So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover today includes a big PlayStation 5 update leak, God of War Ragnarok supporting 1440p at 120 FPS, Uncharted 1-3 remasters, and truly next-gen visuals. First, yes or no, do you have a TV that supports 120 FPS or not? We've talked about this a while back at this point, and I remember seeing a good chunk of people saying they don't have a TV that supports 120 FPS at the time. I'm wondering if that's changed at this point, so comment below, yes or no, if you have a TV that supports 120 FPS or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Uncharted 1-3 remasters. Reading from Game Rant, in a PlayStation blog post written by Naughty Dog Vice President Christian Geerling, the executive addresses the concerns of the PC community while also laying out where the company will go from here. Naughty Dog still has plenty of admiration for the first 3 Uncharted games, stating that they still hold up narratively today, but would require a major overhaul visually to stand up to modern PC releases. Additionally, Geerling says that Uncharted 4 and the Lost Legacy were easy candidates for PC conversions because they were developed on more modern hardware. Moreover, the company believes that each Uncharted game works well as a standalone entry, making Uncharted 4 and the Lost Legacy fine entry points for the series. Now, for me personally, I disagree with the last point, that the last Uncharted game being a fine entry to the series. Yeah, you can still follow the story and enjoy it just fine, but you're more involved in the relationships and the various things that happen if you've played the entire series and not just jumped straight into number 4 and then Lost Legacy. That's just how I personally see it. As for Uncharted 1-3, I think those could come to PC as well if they wanted them to, since these games have been converted to PS4 games, which both Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy are as well. It's just the visuals seem to be the issue here. Naughty Dog wouldn't want to release those on PC unless they were Uncharted 4 level. I get that, but of course, it would have been amazing to play the original 3 remade essentially, but of course, also I'd rather Naughty Dog focus on Factions 2 and their new IP. The Last of Us remake and the Uncharted collection are now out in the wild, so Factions 2 and the new IP are what's left. Hopefully, we hear more about Factions 2 in early 2023. Now, diving into the second story of the video, 1440p at 120 FPS. So this story was an interesting one. Last week, I covered the news that God of War Ragnarok had its various resolution and performance modes revealed. The one that surprised me, of course, was that God of War Ragnarok will support 120 FPS. This was an unexpected surprise. You wouldn't think this game would have a mode like that. When I discussed the topic, people were asking what the resolution would be, and I personally assumed it would be 1080p, similar to a lot of other 120 FPS modes across games on console that support the mode, but apparently that's not the case for God of War Ragnarok. A discussion was going on under John Linneman of Digital Foundry's tweet, where he states that he's diving into God of War Ragnarok for their own video. A user replied to that tweet stating, "Is it true that it can reach 90 FPS in performance 120 Hz mode?" Another user replied to this tweet saying, "It sure is, but likely targeting 1080p," to which John replied with saying, "This is not true at all. It's a much higher resolution than that." So John's reply, of course, was the big part here, because when he says it's a much higher resolution than 1080p, it sounds like 1440p or even 800p at 90 FPS, which is big in itself, and makes me wonder if they actually did put the resolution down to 1080p. Could the FPS go to 120 at that point? It seems possible. But you guys let me know if you're going to be playing God of War Ragnarok on performance or visual quality modes. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the third story of the video, truly next-gen visuals. So this is another God of War Ragnarok story. On Friday, previews for God of War Ragnarok were flying out left and right. I looked into maybe 2, mainly because unlike the PlayStation VR 2 previews, which I dove into over and over again, I still watch some of them now. These previews for God of War Ragnarok are, of course, just focused on the game. I didn't want to take a chance of spoiling anything. Luckily, the ones I looked into didn't spoil anything, but just got me more excited for the game. One of the journalists who got their hands on the game hyped up the visuals for God of War Ragnarok. If you watch the latest trailer on on a 4K OLED TV like I did, you'll see how gorgeous it looks compared to watching it on your phone, for example, where it still looks great, but just there's a different level when you look at it at a 4K TV, which is the case for a lot of games. But getting back to the story, the journalist in question, Jordan Midler from website VGC, he stated this on Reset Era recently: "If you have a chance, see this game on an amazing TV. I've been playing on the LG OLED targeting 120 FPS, and it's like PlayStation 6 graphics." So I'm not sure about the PlayStation 6 graphics part of this, but I understand the game being that smooth at 120 FPS or 90 FPS plus, along with John Lineman saying it's at a much higher resolution than 1080p, that those two combined provide for very pretty visuals in motion. I'm leaning more so to this game being 1800 p at 90 FPS plus after this comment here. I personally, of course, cannot wait for the game to finally start playing it instead of talking about it like we've done for the last 2 years. And now diving into the final story of the video, big PlayStation 5 update incoming. So not too long ago, we heard about the Xbox update for Discord that allowed Xbox players to connect to Discord using the app and then transferring that call over to their Xboxes. It seems that now this has been leaked for the PlayStation 5. The Discord app has a new beta and apparently has the option to join a chat on PlayStation 5. The wording also seems to be different here from the Xbox version, where it says transfer the call over to Xbox, while on PlayStation it says join a PlayStation 5 chat. Does the PlayStation 5 version bring the chat over to the PlayStation 5 Game Hub, making it a part of the normal chat setup on PlayStation 5? That's what it sounds like here. Someone joining from Discord will just be another user in the party, while on Xbox it moves the whole Discord party over to Xbox. That's what it sounds like. The PS5 version seems to be more integrated, if that's the case, but of course I could be off here and the wording means nothing at all, and they both do the same thing. Based off known leaker Tom Henderson's article from earlier this year, Discord integration is coming with update 7.0 on PlayStation 5, which drops in early 2023. In Tom Henderson's article, he originally stated Discord could be coming to PlayStation 5 by the end of this year before updating it to early 2023. Considering beta testing is happening right now on Discord, it seems possible that it could come this year, but who knows, of course. Maybe we will have to wait until early 2023. But you guys let me know if you're going to use the Discord feature on PlayStation 5 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It is Halloween week." Even though Halloween's on Monday, this is the real Halloween week. Everybody's going to celebrate it on this weekend in terms of adults, while the kids might celebrate it on Monday. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys are adults here, so it's Halloween week for us. So if you're excited for Halloween week, my favorite time of the year, destroy the comment section with "It is Halloween week," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.